Styling and profiling. It's live and in color. Woo! 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 Slow down. Woo! 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 I'm styling and profiling. Woo! 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 Upside down. Woo! 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 Woo!
Welcome to the Mafia Sports Report. I am your host, Tommy. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit that thumbs up. Welcome to Thursday night Uncensored, baby. Man, oh man, oh man. I'll tell you what, my week has not gone that bad. I know. A lot of you guys, after that loss, are feeling a certain kind of way. Just saying. Oh, man, a lot of Debbie Downers out there. And you guys, listen, there's light at the end of the tunnel. We're okay. Believe it or not, we're okay. This team's going to be okay. We got to win 3 or 4 at least to get into the wild card spot. That'll get us at 10 wins. I believe we can do that. I do. We play Carolina at home. And by the way, this is why I said in the very beginning of the season, we have a very favorable schedule because our first 4 games, 3 of 4 is at home, and our final 4 games, 3 of 4 at home. And boy, oh boy, did the NFL help us out this season. I wish it didn't come down to this, but it has. And luckily for us, I think we can go on a little streak here and start feeling better about ourselves going into the playoffs. So we got the Carolina Panthers at home. Then we're on the road against New England. Then we're back at home versus the Falcons and versus the Jets. These are winnable games, guys. Even New England. Listen, guys, I get it. They won. They beat us 14-10. It was a very close game. We had an opportunity to win that game if the red zone wasn't so awful. Let's be real here, okay? But hey, woulda, coulda, shoulda. We didn't. And now we need to go to New England, and we need to handle our business. I'm sorry, guys. Work. Okay. Let's see here. Joey coming in. Problem with that is we play like shit at home. Correct. We've been playing like shit at home. I will agree with you. However, we're playing some bad teams here, guys, that have bad offenses. Let's be real. I'm just saying, like, I get your point. We haven't played the best at home. We're not really built for that environment. That's why I'm kind of saying to you guys, Joey, that it's not such a bad thing if we go in as a wild card and we play road games, away games. Really not that bad of a thing. I kind of rather be on the road. And what I tell you, Joey, what I tell everybody last week, after that New England game, watch, we're going to go to Tampa, and our offense is going to look a lot better. Now, it didn't look the greatest in the first half, no doubt. I was like, whoa, I was ready to come on here, and I was ready to shred this Bills team. Boy, I was ready to shred this team. You guys have no idea. You guys you should have an idea. You should know who I am by now, right? I don't give a fuck. Like, I come on here, I'll tell you how it is, right? I'm not a rah-rah. I'm not a, hey, guys, everything's going to be all right. Like, that's not my style. And dude, trust me, Joey, I was ready to come on here and just, yo, I was going to be livid. You have no idea. But I said, you know what? It took me back to when I was a kid. When I was sitting on the couch watching the Buffalo Bills at home play the Houston Oilers. And we were down and we were getting our ass whooped, Joey. And I know you said you're an old head like me, so you remember this. And I remember, man, just being like disappointed, right? Upset. I wasn't even mad. I was just like, man, like, how can this happen at home? You know, how can this be? But I didn't give up. Like I you know, that's not my style for some reason. Like, I just don't turn the TV off and walk away. I have to watch the whole game. And surely, you know, slowly but surely, we start scoring, making some stops, right? And I swear to God, this Tampa game had that feeling for me. I don't know what it was, but I couldn't stop. I'm like, yo, like, that's just not in my nature. I had to watch the whole game to the end, win or lose, or get our ass kicked or not. And I was texting back and forth to Mikey, who's on my co-host on my Friday show, Tailgate Talk, and he was down and out. And he was like laughing out my text because I'm like, hey, we score here, make a stop. And he's like, oh, whatever, laugh out loud, it's over. And I said, well, not necessarily. It's not. You don't know that. Football is big time momentum, right? Momentum can swing at any time during a football game. And guys, it certainly did. And I love how the NFL is so dramatic, and they're smart. Boy, do they fish in with that camera to the opposite quarterback whose team is on the rocks, right? And boy, if you guys remember, Tom Brady was all smiles in that first half. Go to that third quarter, late third quarter, early fourth. They zoomed in on Tom. He looked a little bit more not so laughing. That whole sideline looked a little concerned, right? Things weren't so bright and rainbowy over there, right? Like, you know, how it was in the first half. I'm just saying. And that's why I came on here and I said, listen, I can't hate on the team. I can't kill them. Because, yeah, there's no such thing as a moral victory in football. I get it. An L is an L and a W is a W. But sometimes games like this can propel your team to the next level, kind of like get them motivated, where they say, hey, look what we did. And I felt like this Buffalo Bills team, this season, up until this game, has not shown me any kind of heart or fight when things were going down, when things weren't going their way. This is the first game I could proudly say my Buffalo Bills played with heart and fight. And yeah, they lost. I get it. But by the way, some bullshit calls by the refs. Don't forget that. But I'm not going to blame it on the refs. I'm just saying that was a bullshit call. Okay, let's be real here. Eric V coming in, bro. If you don't struggle in the red zone, yeah, the season is completely different. And Eric, I've been saying that since week 1. Everybody knows that watches my channel. Joey, Scott Blakely, everybody that comes in here, right? Jose, I've been saying this since week 1 that red zone has been our problem. And it might be a problem, and it might wind up biting us in the ass when we have a close game and we left points off the board. And boy, has it ever, right? We shouldn't be 7-6, guys. We should not be 7-6. Let's see. I'm sorry, guys. Work. I know. I'm terrible here. I'm sorry. Joey, the goddamn rats are not rats are feel that might not. Yeah, I know, man. Listen, it sucks. It does. But who's to say we score a touchdown? The way our running backs and our red zone's been, even if we get the pass interference there, we go to the 1.5. who's to say we get in? You know what I mean? Like, who's to really say? We didn't get the yard against Tennessee we needed. But of course, it would have been a better opportunity, right? But yeah, they took it from us. I thought the call against Levi Wallace was outrageous. That was a terrible call. Like, if you're not going to call the Diggs pass interference, why would you call the Levi Wallace one when clearly Mike Evans, the ball was, first of all, thrown short. Mike Evans had to come back to the ball. He pulled in Levi Wallace. So really, he caused the pass interference. He should have been called for pass interference. But whatever. Hey, guys, I'm not going to really kind of dwell on that game. The game's over. I'm going to talk a little bit more tomorrow on Friday's show. But yeah, that's kind of bullshit. The refs were a little bit one-sided. I'm not gonna lie there, especially at the end. I thought they did fine most of the game. There was a couple bullshit calls where the receiver did hold Diggs' jersey, but listen, guys, it's the NFL. That happens a lot. So I want to get into real quick. Let's see here. Joey coming in. Tom Brady starting to pout on the sidelines. That's when the refs started not being called too busy, sucking the refs off. Let's see here. All right. So I want to get into some news here for you guys for the week. Because like I said, this is Thursday night, man. I'm just going to kind of have a little fun here, man. It's not going to be all crazy, all Bills related, but mostly Bills. You know how I do. So first, I want to say congratulations to O.J. Simpson. The juice is loose. The juice is officially free. He is off parole. So he is an official free man. And the juice is loose. Went in for a kill shot today. Oh, did I say that?
OJ, baby, he's out. He's out, baby.
Oh, that's our OJ going in for a kiss, getting rejected. What happened, man? Come on, OJ. Man, the women don't go for OJ like they used to, huh? Golly. But hey, he tried, guys. Listen, if you don't try, you don't know, right? So OJ is officially a free man. He can leave Las Vegas now. He can go where he wants. He's off parole. Other news that you guys are well aware of. Urban Meyer. Well, what happened to him late last night?
You're fired.
Yeah. He got fired, all right. Yeah. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. Yeah. He's out of there, guys. I saw this coming. I told you guys. If you guys watch our Saturday show, I said Urban Meyer is a disaster. Some college coaches are just not meant for the NFL. And he clearly is not meant for the NFL, guys. Urban Meyer did everything wrong, and he deserved to get fired, right? My God. Came out that he kicked his kicker, which is, what the fuck are you kicking your kicker for, man? The guy said he kicked him at 5 out of 10 strength, which is not, that's pretty, that's not playing around, guys. That's, he's being an asshole, right? He's being a fucking dickhead. And Urban Meyer has that look, has that mojo about him that you could tell he is a fucking asshole, right? Like, he is used to being a college coach, being a fucking asshole to these college recruits. You could tell that's his MO. Hey, I'm big B-Mock. I'm B-Mock, big man on campus. Watch out for Urban Meyer. I own a bar and I go get all the ladies. Like that. That's Urban Meyer, man. Like, that's his style. And it is what it is. Listen, he'll get a job in college. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm sorry, guys. Work. I'm having some problems at work, man. Yeah. Anyways, back to it. So where was I? Urban Meyer, yeah, kicking his kicker, which is funny. And then it came out today that he said a lot of his coaching staff were worse. They were terrible. They were worse than his. I guess he told them all that they're the worst since Bowling Green. So, and then, mind you, the whole incident where he decided to let the rest of the team fly back and he would stay and go to stay and go to like a bar. And then he got caught with his girl, with some girl who wasn't his wife. It was just a downhill, slow death NFL gig for Urban Meyer that we all saw coming. And I called it. I said he wasn't going to last. I didn't think he was going to get fired that quick. Like, still games left. I thought they were going to let him go at the end of the season. But they had no choice. When your number one draft pick is coming out saying, hey, there's problems here. We're not happy, blah, blah, blah. Like, you know what I mean? There's like, we need to fix things. The culture's not good. There's a problem, right? There's a major problem. Joey, his old kicker said he kicked him in the leg. Yeah, so I'm talking about Joey. Like, what the fuck, dude? Yeah, I guess he kicked him. Was like, hey, you got to make those kicks or whatever. Like, you're like, what the fuck, dude? Like, dude, that might have worked back in like, I don't know, 1980s. Like, I could see John Madden maybe kicking somebody, right? Or Mike Ditka, right? I definitely could see Ditka. For sure, Mike Ditka was kicking motherfuckers in the leg, right? Dicka's old school. You know who else probably kicked players? The San Francisco 49ers coach who played with Ditka, Singletary, Mike Singletary. 100% that motherfucker was kicking players. Right? Like, you know he was. Right? Come on, you suck. You know, like, for sure he was. For sure he was. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry, man. Work. Sorry, guys. All right, Eric V coming in. Eric V. Urban lost all credibility in the coaching role when he came. Yeah, bro. He ain't, listen. He'll get another coaching gig in the college level. I'm telling you right now, Eric. He will, because he's not the best college coach ever. We all know it's Nick Saban, but Nick Saban was a terrible NFL coach too. Nick Saban was also a huge fucking liar in the NFL. And anyone who's a Dolphin fan knows this, that he was the biggest liar, and he wasn't very good at all as an NFL coach. And you see what happened there. But he wasn't going around kicking players. He wasn't, not flying back with the team and, getting caught taking pictures with girls on his lap. So, yeah, a lot there. Well-deserved to be fired, but he will get another gig. He was a very good college coach. trust me, winning cures everything. In the college world, unless he had some kind of crazy, unless more comes out, meaning like racial, or there's video of him or audio saying something crazy, I can't see him not getting another job in the college level. NFL, forget about it. That dude will never, ever be able to come back as an NFL coach. Never. So he tried. By the way, his draft pick getting ATN was a terrible draft pick for his number one pick. Like I don't like that. His draft selections were bad too. I got to tell you that. Everybody knew Lawrence was gonna be number one, but I don't. The ATN pick was mind-boggling. But anyways, NFL. Let's get to NFL news. Other NFL news. The Big C. Everybody knows what the Big C is, right? The Orona. It's hitting, boy. It is hitting. 75 cases in 2 days. 75 in 2 days. And boy, oh boy, players are pissed. Baker Mayfield, Cleveland got hit hard. Baker Mayfield tested positive for it, and he is not happy with the NFL. He's calling them out. And boy, all these players that were quiet when our boy, Cole Beasley, was bringing these points up before the season started, right? Everybody was talking trash about Cole Beasley. And boy, oh boy, things have changed. I told you guys. I'm not going to get too deep into it, but I told you. But yeah, Mayfield going online, going on Twitter, ripping the NFL. Not too smart, though, I got to say. Not too smart. You see what happened to Cole? Cole almost got blacklisted, man. I'm telling you right now. It's all good, brother. Life has. Yeah, man. Sorry, guys, man. Sorry about the delay. I do sales, guys, for a living, and I had a delivery out for today, and fucking having delivery issues with the delivery driver. So you know what, man? Let's just get into the anthem.
Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Hey, I had to play the anthem. All right. Anyways, Jack coming in. Jack, good to see you, brother. Everybody's scared of the flu these days. It's all political. Yeah. I'm not gonna get too deep into it, Jack. But listen, end of the day, man. Just like any illness from when man was made, right? There's been illnesses. Unfortunately, people do pass away. But we have what we call immune systems, and immune systems eventually become immune, and they fight off these diseases, right? That's how it's always been, right? So I'm not saying, guys, I'm one way or the other. So I'm not going here with this whole chat thing. So I don't want people getting all upset with me. I'm just saying everybody has their own belief. And in my opinion, since man was here, immune systems eventually do get used to viruses and do fight them off. But I'm not mad at anyone that gets a vaccine or anything like that. So don't come at me with that like I'm Mr. Anti-Vax or I am Vax or mask guy or whatever. I'm just saying the NFL kind of had it a little bit twisted with their protocols of vaccinated and unvaccinated with the whole testing because it didn't make sense. And that's all that Cole was trying to say. And now that there's a lot of cases, because guess what? It's winter time and people get the flu. It's flu season. People are going to get it, regardless if they're vaccinated, unvaccinated. It's going to happen. And that's all his point was if you're going to do it to unvaccinated players, the testing, all the rules, right? All the procedures, do it for everybody because it doesn't make a difference. You still can get it. It's not a shot that now you're immune to. You can't get it. Of course you can get it. It's to help you not get so sick if you do get it, right? If you have a weak immune system, which is I understand. But that's all his point was. So I'm not going to get too deep into it. I'm just telling you now players like Baker Mayfield that were so quiet on the sideline, not saying anything. Nobody really stuck up for Cole Beasley. Now a lot of players are coming out sticking up for Cole Beasley, or not sticking up for him. They're coming out saying it's all bullshit, the rules, the protocols, because now guess what? They're feeling it, right? Now they understand, right? Like this applies for everybody? What? We still... So, I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy. But I'm going to move on. Lions, can it get any worse? They did win a game. That's good. But they lost TJ Hawkinson. He's out for the rest of the season with a thumb injury. I guess he's having thumb surgery. Not a big deal. They were terrible anyways. You might as well let your star tight end get that surgery done, move on to next season, and hope you guys can win 3 games next season, 4, something like that. I mean, they're a bad team. I don't mind their coach, but I don't know. I don't know, man. He might be too much of a rah-rah kind of coach. Maybe a little bit too much and maybe not X's and O's, you know. Maybe he's more better off as like a tight ends coach, you know, like a Roger Sala is maybe, I think, better as a defense coordinator, guy that's there on the sideline getting his players motivated, hyped up, but maybe not head coach worthy, I guess you could say. We'll find out. I always say the 3-year rule, man. You got to give him 3 years. Bills fan, 19.7. You're talking sense. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. And then, by the way, Joey, Bills fan, Jack, thank you guys all for coming in, man. You know, I couldn't do this without you. I'd be talking by myself, really. be talking to myself, enjoying my own thoughts here with the live button. Jack, everybody's scared of the flu these days. Political scam. Yeah, I don't know if it's a political scam, but everybody's right has their right to their opinion. Like I said, and by the way, and curving into that, right, swerving into what I just dove there, man, did I hear it Sunday post game from you Bills Mafia fans coming on here. Boy, oh boy. Bills fan, he was a good tight end for us, though. I don't know what he was talking about. Maybe I missed it. You guys are talking. Maybe I missed it. So I came here post game, like I said, I was talking earlier, and I was ready to rip this team. I was, like I said, I was ready to kill them. And a lot of you guys were heated. I don't know about you guys, in particular in the chat. Easiest money on my life, Chiefs. But a lot of you guys were like, Tommy, it's not you. You should be killing the team. Fuck this team. This team sucks. The season's over. We're garbage. Fire McDermott. Like, you don't know what you're talking about. I mean, they're just trashing me, right? Like, and guys, I can't listen. It's not my style. My style's my style. I'm going to bring it real. I'm going to bring it how I want to bring it, right? It don't mean I'm right? It doesn't mean I'm wrong. It doesn't mean I'm right. It's just an opinion. You guys know it, man. You guys go. Listen, I'm sure all of y'all go on other people's content, Bill's content, and you guys see that we're all different. We all got our points of view, and you guys agree. Some of you disagree, and that's okay. That's all right. That's ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But all I was saying is, look, you could take a positive out of this negative. And what I saw from the second half, I really felt like this team came together for the first time this season, and it's something that they can take with them from that Tampa game into this Carolina game. Because I got to tell you guys, the next 4 games are very important. So if anything were to come out good from that game, even though we lost, is that second half. And I'm going to get into it. Listen, what we learned from this team, and what we all know, not even what we learned, We already know this. We are a pass-heavy, aggressive team. That's how we're built. We are not built to run the ball. This offensive line is not built that way. They're barely built to pass block. Let's be real. Okay? And you guys know I don't sugarcoat it. I've been talking about this all season, right? I've been talking about all season. The offensive line and the defensive line, but I'm going to stay with the offense right quick. The offensive line is average at best when every man is at his position healthy, and we're average at best when we're completely healthy, right? That means Spencer Brown on the field, Darrell Williams, Mitch Morse, Mongo Feliciano, and Deion Dawkins. I say when they're at full health, we're average. And I'm okay with that right now because I feel like Bean finally gets it, and he will address that after the season. McDermott said it best. I think it was the last press conference. Listen, we're in week 14, right? We can't, there's no magic wand now to change things. We have who we have, right? That was now we're in week 15, but my point is, he said that, I believe, last week. There's nothing we can do right now. This is the team we got. We tried. We try to run the ball in training camp to get this old offensive line gelling like that, like to get more of a balanced two-dimensional team. Nah, bro. Nah, man. I'm sorry, Sean. Ain't happening. We ain't two-dimensional. We are not two-dimensional. Nick. Josh Allen is legendary. Got nothing to worry about, Bills fans. Yeah, bro. Josh Allen. I'm going to get to that, man. God damn, he's a fucking tough son of a bitch, huh? Yo, it was funny because people were dogging on Josh Allen in the first half on Twitter. Killing him in chat rooms. I saw when people were doing live play-by-play. Just killing him. No, listen, Eric. Eric saying, gotta stop choking in big games. Josh needs to make the play, period. Listen, Eric, I agree and I disagree with your statement there. What more did you want from Josh Allen and that game in particular? When he has a terrible offensive line, at least in that first half. Remember, I told you, the offensive line is average at best when fully healthy. We had Ike Bacher in there, so I don't know why Mongo was even activated when he didn't even play. I think he got some reps, but I don't even recall seeing him, to be honest with you. And they played terrible. I don't think we ran the ball at all in the first half. And when we finally got running in the second half, you saw the offensive line also started blocking better. And by the way, running to the outside is the key for this team, including Josh Allen. When there's designed runs for Josh Allen up the middle, quarterback draws, I hate them. Can't fucking stand them. They get bottled up. Listen, that middle of that offensive line is awful. You cannot run in the trenches. You cannot with this offensive line. They get pushed back. You get swallowed up. And every time Josh Allen is in a shotgun and he goes to do a quarterback draw, I worry. They're going to kill the kid. You're going to turn Josh Allen into Cam Newton in 5 years, 4 or 5 years. I'm being for real, maybe less. You cannot keep doing that to the. You're going to hurt them. When they run to the outside, pin and pull, stuff like that, Mitch Morse is one of the best centers to get to the outside. Spencer Brown is a fucking bulldog when we have designed runs to the outside. Devin Singletary runs so much better on toss plays and pin and pulls. It's Dable's system that's kind of holding this offense back. And I kind of felt like for the first time all season, Dable in this second half versus the Bucs finally woke the fuck up and figured out that, yes, we can run the ball, but it has to be to the outside. And I'm not saying every single time we run has to be an outside run. I'm just saying you have to do a little bit more outside runs than in between the guards. You have to. You got to pull out. You got to roll out on some of these runs. And I keep saying, get Josh out of the pocket more. Get him out of the pocket more. He is so deadly when he's rolling out of the pocket. Alpha Rob. It wasn't Allen in the first half. It was O-line. Yes, that is 100%. It was the O-line. 100%. The O-line and the defense. The defensive line. Terrible. Another huge run by a running back. Right? Fournette's longest run of the season. Right? The week before, it was, what's his name? For the Patriots. I forget his name offhand. Longest run of the season. Not Stevenson, the other guy. Anyways, his longest run of the season. And it's against us. Right? Like, it's weird. But then we knuckle down and we start finding, like, our tackles. We start tackling better. Right? We start using our linebackers more. Matt Milano starts to come in and make big plays. And that's what happened against Tampa. Right after that Fournette run, they didn't do much running. Like, they didn't kill us on the run. I felt like we knuckled down, man. Matt Milano, by the way, is playing like a fucking beast. Well worth the money, okay? I don't know who's not happy with Matt Milano, but I guess I can. Anyone who's not happy, let me know, because I'll debate you on it. He's played more than what we paid him. What do you think about the Panthers? Fast defense. They got sacks. Yeah, they do. But they got no fucking offense. Zero. And I got to say, listen, Tampa's defense is just as good. Tampa's defense is solid, guys. And that was listen, if we can continue to do that game plan how we did against Tampa, which is a fast-paced offense, you got to run the ball somewhat and start pulling your guards out and running to, like, some pin and pulls, some rollouts, toss plays, jet sweeps, man in motions in the backfield. You can start getting this offense back to what we are used to seeing, which was last year. And that's exactly what we did last season, guys. There's no difference. What you saw in that second half against Tampa is what I remember seeing all last year in 2020. No difference, right? Only difference maybe is offensive line still shaky. Like last season, the offensive line pass blocking, I felt was really good. Really good. It was the run blocking that was terrible. And this season, it's like the run blocking terrible and the pass blocking average. And that's not good. And that's on Brandon Beane. That's on Sean McDermott for not addressing it. I'll be honest with you. For bringing back the same players. I don't understand. They got it. Like, you listen, if you're trying to play in Buffalo in December and January, you're trying to play at home in the playoffs, you better build this team properly. You cannot you can't have Josh Allen be your number one running back and quarterback and everything. Like, you're going to get the guy killed. Your guys already see his foot, right? They're saying turf toe, I'm hearing. I'm also hearing sprained ankle. So they're not really, they're saying foot injury. I thought it was his ankle, but then the reports came out it was turf toe, which I heard turf toe is no joke. Alpha Rob, I like Johnson, but he's small in the run game. I want to see Edmonds, Milano, Klein in at the same time. Get ahead of it. Yeah, I agree. I do. Let me see. I'll tell you, I'll be honest with you. I think, hold on, let me get to Jack's opinion. I think Josh needs to change plays more often. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, I agree. He does. He needs it. Listen, that's another thing, Josh. He's still not quite there. Reading blitzes. Josh has to read blitzes better. Because there's some, man, I'm telling you guys, some blitzes he just doesn't see, he doesn't pick up, and he gets blasted, man. He has to be better at reading. Look at Tom. Of course, I can't compare him to the GOAT, but I'm just saying, Tom Brady. That's why teams don't blitz Tom Brady. Tom Brady is a fucking genius. Like, he reads he knows it's coming. He calls audibles. He goes to the line. He's telling his offensive line, his receivers. He's constantly changing play calls, right? He knows when the blitz is coming. Look at that ball you threw when that blitz was coming. Man, that was perfect fucking. Like, I don't see Josh making that. Not now. Maybe in the future, But he read that blitz. That's why you just don't blitz. You don't blitz Brady much. You got to have a good defensive line to get into Brady's grill. That's how you beat Brady. And unfortunately, except for Ed Oliver right now, and I can't even count Starr because he's never on the fucking field. We have a weak defensive line. We do. Starr can't stay healthy. Ed Oliver's the only good one. Everybody else is replaceable. Let's be real. Except our line. Now, our edge rusher, fine. I think Gregory Rousseau is going to be a beast. But listen, guys, it's going to take 2 or 3 years for Rousseau to finally get his net. Like, he's just still a baby in this game, guys. He played 1 season in college as a freshman. 1. That's it. So this is all kind of new to him. Just like Spencer Brown. Spencer Brown is a baby. He's growing. He's a starter in the NFL, learning on the job. And that's what you guys all have to understand, man. It sucks. I get it. I wish they didn't have to go in right away. I wish that we had the talent offensive line to have Spencer Brown more of a rotational guy. But we need Spencer Brown right now. And he's our best option, which is crazy, right? You think we would have a better option than a 1-year starter in college, but who also missed last year, by the way. Didn't even play college last year. Same with Gregory Rousseau, by the way. Didn't even play last year. So, guys, these guys are learning on the job. But what I was getting at is the linebackers. I really wish, and they're not going to do it, but I really wish McDermott and Frazier would send linebackers in on more blitzes. I feel like they thrive in that. I love when Matt Milano goes in for a blitz, like a blitz package. He gets to the quarterback 9 times out of 10. He's usually there. Even Tremaine. And I would not mind on a run heavy team to go 3 linebackers because the front is weak. It's soft. And Starr's never available. So what are we clogging up? Nothing. I'd rather have a linebacker in there that can make a play happen. Because look, all these games that we got beat up on the run, when we started playing better against the run is when Matt Milano started getting heavily involved. When they started sending Matt Milano in on run-based blitzes. Every time. He was in the backfield causing havoc. Got to have it, man. Got to have it. I think you got to go 3 linebackers. I do. Against a run-heavy team. Brady meet with Belichick every Wednesday for a few hours every season to review defensive linemen. Yeah. Well, Brady's a smart fucking guy, bro. I mean, he's the GOAT for a reason. Let's be real. I hate him. I do. Fucking guy, bro. But, I mean, 7 championships, guys. I'm just saying. I mean, it's not luck, right? Like, the guy's a smart quarterback. And he's gifted. And look how old he is. He's still fucking tearing people up. I think Josh needs to change, plays more. Oh, yeah, I already saw that. I'm sorry, Jack. Sorry if I'm missing anything. But yeah, guys, like I said, man, a lot of you guys were mad at me. I had a lot of comments post-game video that was like, grow some balls. Rip this team. This team sucks, blah, blah, blah. I can't do it, guys. Now, listen, we fucking lose against the Panthers. We play bad against the Panthers. I'm going to come on here. I'm going to fucking shred them. You know I am. That's my style. I'm going to come here and I'm going to kill the Buffalo Bills because you can't be losing against the Panthers. You cannot be losing when it counts. And these next 4 games, they all matter. They all matter. And that whole thing where players and coaches are like, oh, we don't see the schedule. We don't even know. We only know who's next. That's you better know the fucking schedule now, bud. You better know who's next now because you can't afford to lose any games. Dallas, as I said last week, I like Gabe Davis in there. Really do think he's really good. Really do think he could be really good. Everything okay with Diggs? Yeah, everything's fine, man. I think, by the way, Allen's injury, I think he's going to play. He was out and about at some concert Hamilton thing with no walking boot. He's fine. He's practicing already without, it looks like without any issues, right? I'm sure he's a little hobbled, but trust me, he's probably going to play. I could see him pulling Allen a little early out of the game if we're ahead You know what I mean? Like, I don't see him going all 4 quarters if the game's in hand, right? Like, it would just be stupid on McDermott to do that. But I think Allen's good to go. And you're right on Gabe Davis. Listen, I love Emmanuel Sanders. I think Emmanuel Sanders still has some juice in the tank. But I got to say, maybe he took away a little bit of Gabe Davis this season, right? Maybe he did. And Gabe Davis I thought he had a really good rookie season. And he's our biggest receiver. And I think he's come up in some big catches when we needed him. And I think getting Gabe Davis involved in this offense is a big deal. Like, you have to get Gabe Davis involved now. Now is the time. And I think Josh trusts Gabe Davis. He's trusted him since his rookie season. And this is not a knock on Emmanuel Sanders, but Emmanuel Sanders is kind of new to the team. He's not as big as Gabe Davis, so he's not a very big target. And I think you got to start using Gabe Davis more in the red zone. You have to. The red zone failures are a couple reasons, guys. One, we don't have big receivers to go up on fade routes, nothing like that, right? That's one. And Gabe Davis is very rarely used in the red zone, which I don't understand. You got one of the bigger targets on our team, go for it. Put him in the red zone packages. That's one. Two, we don't run the ball well in the trenches. And since you're down there in the goal line, let's say you're at the 10, the 5, whatever, they're stacking the box. You're not getting to the outside. You're not pulling to the outside there. So teams now, they know we can't run the ball in the red zone. So there goes that option. Now they know Josh Allen, too, is going to run the ball, right? He's our only running option, so they're swallowing that up, right? So what do we have to go to now? Pass. 0 for 3, field goal. Like, that's what we've been doing all season. We have no red zone help. Nothing. Josh is it. And Josh right now, defenses are reading Josh. They know Josh is the weapon. And I think that's our drawback. And I was talking to Mikey on Friday, and I was saying, man, why don't we put like a linebacker or a defensive edge back there? Like, because I've seen, like, let's, for instance, the Dolphins, they do that. They'll put Christian Wilkinson back there as like a fullback to block. I'm just saying, why can't Dable be more creative like that? You're telling me a big ass dude like that can't block, get a couple yards? I'm just saying, why not have like an Ed Oliver back there or whatever, or Greg Rousseau or Boogie Basham just back there as a blocker? Why not try it? It can't hurt. I'm not saying use them as a running back, but use them as a blocker. Because clearly our offensive line can't block. You guys know that. They're not winning the trenches. You are not running in between our guards. It's not happening. That's why Josh Allen tries the quarterback sneak every time on 4th down, 4th and short, 3rd and short. He's our best option. That's sad. He's gonna get killed. He can't. That's on Brandon Beane. That's on Sean McDermott. You have to build a bigger offensive line. You got to build a nasty offensive line. We have a very soft offensive line, and they're not very big guys either. I got to be honest with you. Mongo, he's a pretty big guy, but he can't stay healthy. So, and he's not even playing with that physicality, that meanness, that toughness that I saw last season. It's like he reverted. I don't understand what happened. I really don't. Like, we need guys like Richie Incognito, right? We need guys like that play for Pittsburgh, that played for all those years, right? Guys like Cleveland who have these huge offensive linemen, Wyatt Teller. And we just don't have that. Quentin Spain. They're gone, right? Deion Dawkins, I like, but we have more athletic pin and pull, get to the outside, run blocking type of offensive linemen who can move to the outside well, but in the trenches, they get pushed back every time. They're just not strong enough. They're not. They're either, I don't know. It ain't working. That I can tell you. Let me see some comments. I'm sorry if I'm missing any. Jack, wonder if McCaffrey playing. No, McCaffrey is not playing. I believe McCaffrey is on IR. He's out for the season, I believe. Jack. You guys, chat, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe McCaffrey's done for the season. I could be wrong, but I believe he's done for the season, but he's definitely not playing this game. So back on this. So I do want to say, okay. So back to this game, guys. The Panther game. This is one I want to see in the Panthers game. Real simple. For the offense. Defensively, guys, I think we have no problem against the Panthers. Honestly. They got Cam Newton. They got the other quarterback who they're switching on and off. Well, I don't even remember his name. He's pretty damn bad. Let me get his name here for you guys. If I could find his name. Let me get his name, guys. This way I'm not butchering his name. I don't want to do that, but he's they have problems in Carolina right now in quarterback. So Panthers, there he goes. Okay. PJ Walker. So as of right now, the Panthers are alternating quarterbacks between PJ Walker and Cam Newton. So it seems like that's been an ongoing thing for the last 2 games. I can see that happening all over again. Like that's going to continue to happen. Cam Newton is a shell of himself. We all know this, okay? This is no surprise. So defensively, we'll be fine. They have no running back. Like I said before, McCaffrey is out. I am not concerned about their offense at all. It's our offense. They need to score. So what I want to see on offense is Brian Daboll mixing it up more like he did in the second half against Tampa. You cannot do 100% run in the first half. You can't do it. It's not going to work. I don't mind a 60-40, 65-35 pass. That's fine. But you got to run the ball sometimes. You have to. You cannot continue to just pass. The defense is going to play for that every time. They're going to swallow you up. That's just the way it works. You got to run. You got to run some. Panthers should not score more than... No, they shouldn't. I don't think they will. I think the Panthers score honestly, 10 points. 13 at the most, bro. 13 at the most. They have a bad offense, guys. They have a very bad offense. And they don't, like I said, they don't even have McCaffrey. So I can't see him doing much against this team. I can't. So if we score 24, I think we're fine. 21, 24, 23, somewhere around there. Anything above 20, we win this game. Okay. But we need to get offensively. What I want to see is more up-tempo offense. Get Josh Allen get him out of the pocket more, right? And I don't even know if they're going to be able to with his foot, depending on how bad his foot is in that game, right? Just saying. I want to see Devin Singletary more involved. You guys, everybody hates on Devin Singletary, and it frustrates the fuck out of me. He's averaging 5 yards a carry. He's not as bad as you guys think. It's the offensive line. It's awful. I'm not saying Devin Singletary is Nick Chubb or any, the top dog running backs, but he's a very serviceable running back. And if our offensive line could run block a little better, he'd be even better than what you see. But get him to the outside. Get him more involved. Matt Breida, I do not trust. He is not an RB1. Do not get Breida the ball as far as RB1. Like, our guy's Motor. I trust in Motor. I believe in Singletary. Moss, forget about it. Moss is averaging like 2.3 yards a carry. Moss, forget about it. Like, every time I see Moss, he's running into the back of our own lineman. He cannot move anywhere else. It seems like he's running straight into somebody. And it's so frustrating. Motor, he's a little bit more elusive. Like, he doesn't have that speed, which sucks, because if he did, maybe he'd be more dynamic. But he definitely has more of elusiveness than even Breida. But Breida has that speed. But Breida has stone hands, apparently. He cannot hold the football. So our go-to guy, our go-to running back, who always seems to have a spark for this team, is Motor Singletary. I want to see him get a little bit more involved. And by the way, when you pass aggressive, this team is built pass aggressive. It opens up the run. Instead of running, opens up the pass. That's not how we're built, right? Most teams, that's how they're built. They run to open up the pass. We are not. That's not how we're built, and I'm cool with that. But you got to run a little bit. You can't have 0 runs in the first half. Come on, man. You can't have that. Like, that's just a frustrating, man. Dallas. Hopefully Colts beat Pat. Yeah, listen. Get on that real quick. The Patriots don't got no easy fucking schedule, guys. Okay, look. The Colts, the Patriots play the Colts. Then the Patriots play us. But guys, it's going to be in New England. I'm telling you, it ain't going to be like the first game. The wins ain't going to be going crazy, right? I have way more confidence in our offense on the road. I thought, listen, you guys didn't even see Mac Jones do it 3 times. You don't know how he's going to play against this defense when it counts. He didn't have to do anything the last game. Wait till the next game when he has to throw the ball. Okay, we'll see. Let's see how you play then. Because I'll tell you right now, Tampa Bay in the second half, we held them to 3 points. The great, legendary GOAT Tom Brady with Mike Evans, Marquise Goodwin, Rob Gronkowski, a very good offensive line. We held them to 3 points. That's really good, guys. You can knock the defense all you want for that first half, but that second half was beautiful. In New England, if we do that against New England, I'm sorry. I don't think their offense will do much. I don't think their quarterback, Mac Jones, is what everyone's making him out to be. I think they're using him well. I think they're playing him very smart in the system, right? But I don't see anything that's wowing me. I just think their coaching staff, their offensive coordinator, is using him very well. He's a game manager, guys. You guys know what a game manager is. Don't turn the ball over, right? If it's not there, throw it away, right? But he's not going to do anything to wow you. He's not throwing deep passes. He's not rolling out. He's not doing anything special that can save a team, that can a 2-minute drive because Mac Jones won it on the 2-minute drive. Like, does he have any this season? I'm just being real. Does he? I don't think he does. Joey, I don't know what the hell is going on with Jermaine Edwards, but he got head out of his ass. We're not going to pick up this 5th year. I don't know who you're talking about there. Accurate Auto Solutions. That's my boy, Captain D. If you guys need any auto mechanic work done, that's the guy. Anyways, what's up, Captain D? But yeah, like I said, man, I think our offense can, if they do their job, we're going to easily beat Carolina. And I think Josh Allen's going to play. You got to get Devin Singletary more involved. You got to get more of those jet sweeps in the backfield with McKenzie. I really think the defense has to be honest when McKenzie's back there. And I will say this too. I would like to see Marquez Stevenson in the game here and there. I would. Even if he doesn't get the ball. Just as a guy, as a speed option. Because the one thing Buffalo fails on, I got to say, the very one thing, as far as receivers go, we don't have a guy that has electric speed. We do, but we don't use him. And I get that he's a rookie, but why not put him in a game on certain situations? Just have him out there. I'd rather have him out there than Motor lined up as the 5th receiver. It doesn't make any sense. Why would you put a running back, not only that, a 5'7" running back who's okay at catching the ball? He's not even. I love Motor, but let's be real. He's an okay at, and I'm being generous, okay pass catcher. I much rather, if that's what you're going to do, put in Marquez Stevenson, right? Because that dude is electric speed. We don't have that right now, right? Diggs, he's fast, but he's not like lightning fast, right? Emmanuel Sanders, we all know he's not what he was, right? Gabe Davis is average speed, nothing special. Cole Beasley, same thing. Average speed, nothing special. You got to have, that's one thing we lack, speed. You got to have somebody out there. And I kind of felt like that's what McKenzie kind of brung here and there, but they're not really using him much. I don't know why. So put Marquez in there for, I'm not saying the whole game, but put him out there once in a while on a 4 or 5 receiver set. Why not? No, Diggs is fast, Justin, but he's not faster like, I'm talking about a speed burner. There's a difference between fast and a speed burner. He's not that electric guy, like that electric speed guy that can, right? A Tyreek Hill, Marquez Stevenson. Everybody knows, even Isaiah McKenzie, last year, he was saying he's the fastest on the team. And then it was John Brown after that. So you guys got to remember, too, when we had John Brown last year, John Brown was that over-the-top guy. But he just couldn't stay healthy. Right? It wasn't Diggs. Diggs wasn't the over-the-top guy. It was John Brown. And then we got rid of John Brown. We brought in Emmanuel Sanders. But Emmanuel Sanders is not an over-the-top guy. The only over-the-top guys we have right now on this football team is Isaiah McKenzie and Marquez Stevenson. And why not test them out on some plays? Even if you're not throwing their way, it keeps the defense honest. You got a guy like that going down the field with that speed, you got the safeties have to play him. That gives Diggs more of an opportunity, right, to get open. That gives Gabe Davis more of an opportunity. We don't have that electric speed. At least not Dable's not using them. Listen, at this point, guys, there's 4 games remaining. 4 games. I say throw everything you got. Throw everything you got out there, man. Dial it up. Dable, if you have a playbook you haven't been using or some part of your playbook that has not been used, now's the time. Now's the time. Because what else you got to lose, brother? You got nothing else to lose but your job. By the way, Jaguars have an opening. Oakland has an opening. I'm just saying. I'm not sure who all loves Dable, but I hope he leaves. Yes, fire him. I would definitely fire Dable. I've never been a Dable guy. He's drove me nuts. I did not like the hire when we hired him in 2018. I thought it was a huge mistake then. I still think it's a mistake to have him for another season. I hope they don't. He's gotten better, I'll be honest with you, as an OC, but that's not saying much. Trust me, guys. I think we'd be more dynamic with the weapons we have with a different OC. I think, if anything, Dable holds this offense back. If anything, I think he takes the ball out of Josh Allen's hands way too much. I'll give you a perfect example. The Patriot game. Josh Allen was throwing just fine in that win. It wasn't perfect, but it was getting there. And we drafted Josh Allen for a fucking reason. You drafted Josh Allen because he could throw in those conditions, right? He's the only quarterback in the NFL, right? I mean, very few. Maybe there's 1 or 2 more that could throw spirals, darts in Buffalo conditions, windy conditions. And you take the ball out of his hand. Then you finally put it in his hand. It's way too late. Way too late. Like, that's Dable's problem. It's almost like he doesn't fully trust Josh Allen yet. It's just like, and he runs him way too much. It's just, there's a lot more to it. His in-game adjustments are terrible. I will say this, though. For the first time all season long, Brian Dable finally had an in-game adjustment versus Tampa Bay. I could not believe it. I said, my God, he did, guys. I give him credit. He finally did. He finally adjusted. And he got us back in the game. You guys see what happened, right? He started running more motions in the backfield. He started getting Singletary more involved. Tampa Bay didn't know what was going on. It was a totally different offensive game plan in that second half. That's why Tampa was backpedaling. Our offensive line looked better. We were pinned. We were rolling out doing more plays to the outside, right? Just saying, he mixed it up. He finally did. He didn't get stuck in his ways and just said, oh, well, I had a game plan. I'm going to stick with it. He finally adjusted, and that's the one knock I had on Dable since he came to Buffalo. He's awful at in-game adjustments. So maybe, just maybe, he came out of that game finally figuring it out that, I got to, when things aren't going right, I think I got to adjust my game calls. I got to adjust my play calling. Just saying. Very possible. Joey coming in. Can't remember what team this week, but they ran their offense tackle as a running back. I don't know, but I don't want to do that. But I wouldn't mind, like I said, in the goal line, if you're at, let's say, the 3, the 4, put an edge, put a linebacker back there, put a defensive edge back, a big dude back there that can run block. I'm for real. Stop running Allen so much up the middle, man. Driving me insane. Doug Peterson, yeah, offense. Hey, I wouldn't mind OC. But I'll tell you what, I really like Ken Dorsey. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Hurricane fan. I'm saying that because the dude is very smart, guys. He's a very smart guy. And all the credit that they give Dable for Josh Allen's success, for him turning around. And by the way, Josh Allen's completion percentage is up there. Remember when everyone said that his completion percentage is gonna go back? It was just a fluke. Remember that? It's a fluke season. Josh Allen had a fluke season last season, and I told you guys, come on. I said it. There's no such thing as a fluke. You either have a good season or you don't. And all of a sudden, he's going to come in this season, and he's going to go back to 50% completion percentage. He's going to throw all these interceptions. Like, come on. Like, why would he do that? Like, why? How? That's very, very rare that would happen. Those are just haters, by the way, guys. Strictly haters that would say something like that. So Josh Allen, just a heads up. Okay. 3,524 yards, 28 touchdowns to 11 interceptions, and his completion percentage, 65.8. I would say that's pretty good. I would say that's pretty damn good. So any of those Josh Allen haters out there, they can go suck a dick. Sorry, I said that too loud. I'm being for real though. Like, honestly, like they don't know football then. Anyone hating on Josh Allen clearly doesn't watch football. You just hate him to hate him. Have you watched the games? Do you watch Josh Allen? Do you see what the kid does on a bad offensive line? Do you see that he's pretty much our running back and our quarterback almost every game? Do you see that Brian Dable calls some garbagey ass play calls for him week after week? Like, he has not had it easy in Buffalo. Let's be real. Let's all be real here. His first season, terrible offensive line, no wide receivers. Nothing. He had nothing to work with. Right? Brian Dable just fucking running him to death. And what could he do? He had no help. 2019, what does he do? He gets us to the playoffs. People still hating on him. Okay. It was his second season, got us the playoffs. Calm the fuck down. We've been bad for fucking forever. That's why I keep telling you guys. Anyone who come in here and hate, mad at the Buffalo Bills, I get your frustration. I am not a young kid who just started watching Buffalo Bills and don't realize the frustration that most Bills fans, at least old heads like myself, have went through for many, 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 many seasons. I get it. I'm with you guys. Totally understand. But guys, come on now. We've made the playoffs in 2019, 2020, right? I'm sorry. Let me take that back. 2017, 2019, 2020, and I believe we're going to make it again in 2021. We missed the playoffs like 17 straight seasons. So stop listen, stop being Debbie Downers. Stop with that. I get it. It's frustrating. I understand. But guys, this is football. This isn't baseball where you can buy your team. There's no cap space, right? Sure, if this was baseball, fuck it. We had an owner like the Yankees, you go buy your fucking team. And then fine, there's no excuse. You got the best fucking players in the world. Then I get it. Me mad all you want. But there's a fucking salary cap, guys. This is the NFL. When you inherit a bad football team by Doug fucking Whaley, Rex Ryan, right? All these terrible coaches and GMs, it takes time to build a team. You got to cut players, right? You got to get your cap right again. You got to draft right? Not every draft goes perfect, right? There's injuries. There's some draft picks just don't work out. No GM is perfect, guys. So be happy for what we have been becoming, right? The last 4 seasons. I'm just saying, all those bad seasons, and I was right with you guys. Right with you. No quarterback. Bad drafting bad. Bad free agents. Right? Everything bad. Bad trades to get Sammy Watkins. All this. I can go on and on and on and on. Trent Edwards. You name it. EJ Manuel. I could keep going on and on. Alex Vampa. Blah, 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 blah. Rex Ryan. This coach. It was bad, guys. So what we've done now is we brought in a very good GM who's going to make mistakes here and there, guys. It happens, right? It's life. You can't tell me you don't make mistakes in your everyday life. Can't tell me. Thad Lewis, thank you, Justin. Thad Lewis, exactly. I mean, I could keep naming them. I try to forget them in my head. all the terrible quarterbacks that come through Buffalo, right? Uncle, what's his name? Uncle, and I didn't mind him. See, I'm drawing a blank. Uncle Orton, right? Quarterback. Kyle Orton, Uncle Orton. We had him for 1 season, and he just gave up on us. Don't forget all of our shitty coaches, right? Greg Williams, the defensive guru. By the way, when he was our when he was our coach, we were last in defense. Right? Like with the defensive mastermind coach, last, right? Rex Ryan, disaster. Saint, what's his name? Saint Doug. He quit on us. That was terrible. I mean, who else, guys? Dick Geron. I mean, like, oh man, the list goes on and on and on and on and on, man. And that's my point, guys. Do you guys want to go back to that, or do you want to go back to a team that's still growing, that is still building? We got our franchise quarterback. Let's be real. Okay, no matter what you guys, some of you may think about Josh, he is the real deal. Okay, working behind a very bad offensive line. So we got that in place, and we got him locked up, right? He's here to stay. We have a very good young talent in defense on some of these players, guys. Trey White, locked up, right? When he gets back healthy, I love Trey White. He's one of the best cornerbacks in the league. You got Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer there. Now, yeah, mind you, they probably got 2 more seasons, 3, right, where they're playing to their standard, which I'm cool with, right? I like Hamlin. I like that you get these guys ready to take their place when they get out of Buffalo, when they retire or move on. We got Gregory Rousseau, who looks like he's going to be a beast. Ed Oliver, who's getting better, right? I'm just saying, Stephon Diggs, who's in the prime of his career. Dawson Knox, who's finally coming around as tight end. By the way, guys, he had drops because he has his hands like a balloon. So give the guy a little break. He's been good all seasons up until his hand got broken. The swelling is gonna go down. So give Dawson a little pass there on some of the drops the last 2 games. He's getting himself back into football like condition with his hand. So I'm just saying, guys, it's not all gloom. I get the season isn't going how we all thought the season would go. But guys, do you guys want to go back to the 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008 Buffalo Bills, 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016? I can go on and on. Do you guys want to go back to that? Because it could happen. We could just tear this bitch all up, right? Owner could be like, you know what? I just want to sell the team, get new owners in here. And the new owner comes, gets rid of the GM, gets rid of the coach. Then we bring on some guy like, I don't know, Urban Meyer, who sets us back, right? Like, guys, we're okay. I get it. I'm a little frustrated too, because we had high expectations. And that's really what it's about. I think we all had a high expectations for this team. And yeah, the team, I think, is underperforming for sure. But we also got to be realist, right? The offensive line and defensive line were not taken care of in the offseason. And yeah, that's going to lie a little bit on Brandon Beane and Sean McDermott. But there's only so much cap, guys, right? They worked the best what they could do. Because remember, we didn't have a lot of cap room. If you guys remember that. You can't just sign everybody. It's not how the NFL works, right? They knew they had to sign Josh. They knew they had their own guys to get back. Matt Milano. Guys, Matt Milano's playing like a dog. He's earning his contract. There's nothing wrong with that signing. But after those signings, Matt Milano, Darrell Williams, we weren't left with much money. It was the draft that I think Brandon Beane might have made a little mistake and went, instead of going back-to-back edge, maybe you draft Gregory Rousseau and then you get a cornerback or an offensive lineman there or a defensive lineman there, right? Because I think they were a little bit too maybe sold on what they had. And I thought maybe they were thinking everybody's coming back healthy on the offensive line and defensive line. And they could have, and they would do their job. And unfortunately, that has not been the case. And that's been the step back. That's the reason why where we're at today, right? 7-6. None of us thought it would be like that. And unfortunately, it is. But we still are in the race, guys. We are not out of the race. So stop kicking us when we're still in the race. That's not, listen, that's not what Bills fans are about. It's not, man. And I go back to the very beginning of this talk, of the show. When I was on that couch watching the Buffalo Bills in the playoffs against the Houston Oilers, and we were getting our asses whooped, I didn't just leave and went and played outside or whatever. Went and played some basketball or something and said, the game's over. I stuck with the team, man. That's what we do. We're Bills Mafia, right? We love this team. I'm going to ride and die with this team, man. Like you guys see, this is what I'm about. This is it. This is my passion, man. Like win or lose, man, I ride with you. It hurts. It sucks. But I believe in this team, man. I do. I also believe we do need to work on some stuff, no doubt about it, in the offseason. But I believe in this head coach, and I believe in our GM. I do. Okay, and I believe in our quarterback. I love our quarterback. So no one's going to take that from me. But I can't tell you guys what to think either, man. All I can say is I understand the frustration, but if you love the team and you understand the history of the Buffalo Bills and what we've gone through, and to finally get things going in the right direction, to jump off now, it would be a huge mistake, man. I'm being real. One Bills fan to another. One Mafia member to another. I hope you guys are taking this to heart. Okay? And that's the whole reason why I did the whole Debbie Downer thing. Because I don't want y'all to be Debbie Downers, man. Right? Listen, I could take the heat. I got a lot of guys coming in here from other teams, like talking shit, Patriot fans, Dolphin fans, right? I had even fucking, I don't know, some other football Raider fan the other day talk to me, talking shit. Listen, I expect that. I do. That's from other teams. They're just trolling. But for own Bills Mafia guys, listen, don't kill the team right away, man. And I couldn't kill the team last week because of the effort they put in the second half. That's all I'm saying. That's my point, guys. And it ain't over yet. Now, if we don't make the playoffs, we play like shit the last 4 games. You guys know I'm going to be on here. I'm going to call it the way it is. But I'm still going to be a diehard Bills fan. I'm still going to look at the positive side of things and say, hey, I trust Brandon Beane. I trust this coaching staff that they can figure a way next season. That's all I'm saying, man. It ain't over, guys. What Brandon Beane and Sean McDermott have accomplished since taking over a terrible, awful, shitty organization, poorly ran on by the owners, by the GM, everybody for the last 17 seasons before they came, has blown my mind how great they've done and how fast really they turn things around. So guys, come on, give them a little credit, man. Stop killing them all the time. Scott, most of us do, Tommy, but doesn't mean we can't get fucking frustrated. Yeah, man, 100%. Dude, frustration is one thing. Scott, I agree. Listen, you guys know me. Y'all know me in the chat. If y'all been here watching my shows, come on, man. Y'all know I fucking, when I'm pissed, when I don't like something, I'm going to call it out. No doubt. I'm going to show my frustration. But I'm not going to say it's over. Fuck this team. I'm done with this fucking team. You know, I'm not going to watch anymore. It's over. We're not making the playoffs. This garbage-ass team. I'm not going to shit on them like that. I'm going to shit on the things that they're doing wrong, right? Like the offensive line, like the defensive line. Things I don't like. Brian Dable. I'm going to call things out, but I'm not going to shit on the whole team itself and just like, hey, the Bills suck. It's over. Terrible. Brandon Beane's the worst. Sean McDermott sucks. He should be fired. Like, I'm not going all there. I'm going to call certain things out, and that's it. But if they do a good job, I'm going to also say they did a good job. I'm going to say why they did a good job. And, listen, guys, I told you, there's a lot of content guys out there. They're going to bring it all different kind of ways to you. All different kind of ways. And I'm going to bring it my way, right? And one thing I could tell you, just like most of you guys, just like Scott, right? Been a fan 50 years now, right? Bro, I've been a fan since 89, right? I get it. A lot of these new guys doing Bills content, they're like in their 20s. They know nothing. They don't know the pain. They don't know the hurt. And I'm not saying they don't know current Buffalo Bills. Maybe they've been watching since 2017. I don't know. But they're no old head like us. Not like me. They haven't been watching as long as me. They don't know the pain. They don't know the team history like me, right? They may read. You can read. You can look in a history book, but if you haven't lived through it, you really don't know about it. Like, I don't want to hear you really talk about the pain and struggle as a Bills fan because you didn't really live through it. Wow, you lived through 2017 and 2018. Ooh. Like, dude, motherfucker, I was there from the Super Bowl runs with the fucking heartbreak. I was there during the fucking drought with all the fucking shitty ass coaches, shitty draft picks, shitty fucking free agent signings. Bad. I was there through it all, so I know I can feel it, and I know it. I earned this. I earned my frustration. So I get it, Scott. I'm with you 100%. Bills fan, I'll admit that I turned it off, but turned it back on just time. Yeah, see? I didn't because I'm one of those guys, man. It's like it has to go to 0. It has to. But once it gets 0 and we lose, I fucking rip my jersey off. I'm pissed. By the way, guess what? It's New Jersey week because I change my jerseys after every loss. So this week, let's hope this pitch stays on till we get to the fucking Super Bowl, is Peerless Price, baby. Peerless Price. The price is right. And that's the jersey that I'll be wearing Sunday. So I know Scott came in with a question. Let me see, Scott. I'm sorry, bro. The score. You know me and my score predictions. So here it is. It's tough, Scott, because we're at home. And Buffalo weather is like, who the fuck knows what it's going to bring that day, right? They could say it's going to be 8 to 10 mile per hour winds, and that bitch is like 25, 30. Light rain, and it's fucking pouring. So honestly, I'll give you a score prediction, but playing in Buffalo, bro, you know how it is, man. It is tough. I will say this, though. Carolina has a fucking bad offense right now. They don't have a quarterback. They're swapping out quarterbacks between P.J. Walker and Cam Newton. They have no running. Like I said, Christian McCaffrey is gone. I think their offense scores no more than 13 points. No more. I could see him scoring 9, 10, but no more than 13. I think our offense, depending on the weather, from what I saw last week, if they could continue what they did in that second half, 27 to 10. 27 to 10, I think Buffalo wins. And I think we're up comfortably in the fourth quarter, and I think you will see Mitch Trubisky finish the game to give Josh a little bit of rest on that foot. That's how I see the game going. I just don't like their offense at all. And I'm hoping to God Brian Daboll could continue where he left off against the Tampa game in the second half. If he does, we'll be just fine, guys. Guys, do you realize all the losses except for the Colts, we're in every game. You guys are acting like we got our asses handed to us every game. Right? Let's be real. Really? Did we? We've been in every fucking game, man. And of course, listen, Tampa Bay, the Super Bowl champions of last year, who have a damn good team offensively and defensively. Yeah, it didn't look too hot in the first half, but boy, did we fucking scare the shit out of them the second half. They scored 3 points. And the refs kind of gave them that. Let's be real at the end, but I'm not going to totally blame the refs. It is what it is. We lost. But we hung in there. We could have won. Right? Tennessee, we should have won. Red zone, hello. Right? Our fucking offensive line couldn't get Josh 1 yard at the end of the game. Should have won that, right? And Tennessee is one of the better teams right now in the AFC, right? They're up there, number 2. New England Patriots, we lost 14 to 10. Once again, could have won that game. 1 for 4 in the red zone. Right? Pittsburgh Steelers, 2 for 5 or 2 for 6 in the red zone. Another game, should have won. I'm just going over all these games. The Jaguar game. Defense held them to 9 points, guys. The offense, where the fuck were you? That's Brian Daboll. Brian Daboll, play calling. That's not coming prepared at all. That's no in-game adjustments. That's no answer for a defense. That's on Brian Daboll. Brian Daboll lost us that game. I'm just saying, guys, all the games we've been in, except for the Colts. So don't say we're this fucking garbage team getting blown out against good teams. We beat KC, who's, by the way, KC's playing really good. And I don't care what anyone says. That was still a very good offense that we played. Their defense might not be that good when we played them, but their offense was damn good, and we held them down. Don't forget that, guys. Stop shitting on his team. Give him some credit. We just got to fucking get listen, the red zone needs to get better, and Brian Daboll needs to start fucking calling better games down this stretch. That's all I'm saying. Scott, damn, 3 out of 4. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Guys, I called this in the beginning of the year. The NFL helped us out. First 4 games of the season, we were home 3 of 4. What was our record? I think we were 4-1, right? Something like that in the beginning of the year. That helped. Last 4 games, I said it. 3 of 4 at home. It's going to help. Regardless if we play good or bad at home. I mean, listen, I'll be real with you. We don't play that great at home, but these aren't awesome teams coming to play us at home. Let's be real. The Jets, the Falcons, the Panthers, none of those teams scare me. None of them scare me. Matt Ryan cannot move at all. Like, he is probably the slowest quarterback in the league. I think he's slower than Tom Brady, in my opinion. We're going to get after Matt Ryan. Like, they are not, I can't see Atlanta beating us. The Jets are god-awful. You guys know this. Okay? They are a bad football team. And the Panthers are a bad football team offensively right now. Listen, they went out and got Cam Newton. They're desperate. And they're not even using Cam Newton now. They're putting a PJ Walker in. That's how bad Cam Newton's playing. These are 3 games that we should easily win. The only game that it's going to be tough, obviously, New England on the road, which, by the way, I thought we played them very good at home, 14-10, defensively, not offensively. But we're on the road. I think our offense should be better in New England. It's very possible we win 4 games. By the way, New England has to play the Colts, us, and the Dolphins, who are on fire in Miami. I would not want to play Miami right now. So don't think New England has this cushy schedule. New England could lose all these games. They could lose this weekend against the Colts. They could lose against us. And they could lose against the Dolphins. Easily. By the way, they lost against the Dolphins week 1 in New England. When Miami wasn't even still not finding themselves. They were still lost. Miami's not lost anymore, guys. They have found a rhythm. And they are a scary team right now to play. We're done with Miami. New England is not. And guess what? That's week 18. So, listen, guys, the East is still up for grabs. I'm just saying. So, Buffalo needs to handle their business. That's all I'm saying. Handle your business, game by game. Do your job. And I think we'll be okay. All right. Scott, I agree. Jay, do 3 quarters, get up by 3. Yeah, exactly. Put Trubisky in the 4th quarter. There's no reason. Listen, no reason to have Josh playing in the 4th quarter if we're up by, I would say, 13 points. You're up by 13 points. Take Josh out. Clearly by then, the defense is doing their job. You know what I mean? There's no reason for Josh to be out there risking Josh on an injury. You know what I mean? And matter of fact, even the week 18 against the Jets, I mean, if we already clinched a playoff spot by then, let's say we did, I'm not playing Josh Allen. Because who cares? We may not win the division by then. We might be a road team anyways. As long as we clinch a wild card, I don't care. Get us to the playoffs. Get us on a roll. I'm good. And come on, I think Trubisky can beat the Jets. Let's be real. Look, we beat the Dolphins last year. We had fucking, slow ass. What's his name in there? Fucking drawing a blank. Matt, whatever. I can't believe I fucking drew a blank right there. Let's see here. I totally drew. I totally did, guys. I just like this, Matt Barkley. I said Matt. I don't know why I couldn't think of his last name. Probably because he's irrelevant. I know he signed somewhere, but yeah. Anyways, my point is we have a much better quarterback backup, and Matt Barkley handled his business last year against Miami. I think Trubisky can handle his business against the Jets. You know what I mean? I was really, to be honest with you, even this game, thank you. I'm like, if he's not 100%, or I would say 75%, maybe you play Trubisky against the Panthers, right? But listen, if Josh is feeling fine, then put Josh in. Listen, only one that knows is going to be Josh, right? Josh knows his body better than anyone, right? So if he feels he's ready to go, let Josh play. I just would not play him all 4 quarters if we don't need to. That's my point. No need to. And then obviously the Jets game, if we clinch the spot by then, I would not play Josh in that last game unless the AFC East title is on the line and it comes down to if we win and the Dolphins win, then maybe. Even then, it's like, do you risk it because you want Josh Allen going to the playoffs hurt? And then you're going to have Trubisky in for the playoffs? I don't know. You know what I mean? One Brandon being drafted this year, he said one of these picks are the future. Seems like they all are, because Russo's backups, Miami's tearing shit up. Listen, Joey, Gregory Rousseau is going to be a dog in this league. He is super duper young, man. Raw is another word I like to tell you. And that's the same with Spencer Brown. Two guys that did not play last season in college, right? 1 year under their belts. And they're new at their positions. Spencer Brown was not an offensive lineman. He transitioned over to offensive lineman. Gregory Rousseau, I believe, was like a wide receiver or tight end going into college. They put him into defensive edge. So these are two guys learning the job in the NFL. Let's be real. And they've done very well. Gregory Rousseau is a starter. Spencer Brown is a starter. Like that, bro, the ceiling is super high for these guys. If I'm going to question anything in that draft, I'm questioning the Boogie pick. I don't get the Boogie pick. I don't. I'm sorry. Maybe Boogie works out and that's cool. And I'm like, hey, like a couple years from now, I'm like, thank God they got Boogie. But right now, nah, I don't like the pick. Right now, I don't. Like we could have used a different player in round 2 than Boogie Basham. That could have helped the team right now. And the only other thing I got to knock Brandon Bean on, the only other thing is he's a little too stingy on trades. Little too stingy on his trades. Listen, if you are a good team and you know your team's a good team, a playoff team, and you can add a player that can push you to the next level in the playoffs, right? Potentially get you to the Super Bowl for a 3rd round pick, 4th round. I think it's worth it, guys. But Brandon Bean is super stingy on draft picks. If we were a bad team or even a middle, like maybe a wild card team, maybe, but not quite there, I would say, man, no, don't, you know what? I don't blame you. Stock up your draft picks, man. Stock them up, right? You're going to need them, right? Need as much young talent as we can get. But my God, dude, if you believe in your team is going to the playoffs and you just we're short like one position that could put us to that next level, make the fucking trade. Don't fucking be so stingy about all your draft picks because not all the draft picks work out. Not every draft pick works out. I'm just saying, right? The truth is there. Look at our draft this year. Not every guy worked out. Fucking no, of course not. Some guys aren't even on the team anymore. So, I don't know. I think he's just a little bit too stingy on trades. Jack, sup with Diggs? Looked like he's not trying, or maybe it's just me. No, he is, Jack. So here's the problem. It goes back to Dable's play calling. I don't like the design I don't like the play calling that Dable's doing. It just seems like Diggs is just he's not doing a lot of slants. He's not doing a lot of curl routes. It just seems like he's in one motion or a comeback. Like that's all he's doing, or a screen pass. That's it. Like I don't see anything designed for Diggs this year. That nothing. Even Cole Beasley, I don't see. He's just not involved. Like I don't understand. That's Dable. I'm telling you, that's Dable's design. That's all goes back to the coach. That's the coordinator. He has to call better plays to get these players involved. And I think Dable is hurting the offense. But I like what I saw against Tampa in the second half. So maybe, just maybe, we'll see more of that where you could see Diggs start to get different play calls called for him, that he's running different routes. Not the same routes he's been running, which is very kind of vanilla, to be honest with you. Nothing. It's just very basic. If I could call it anything, Madden 95. Like just very basic play calling. he has to get a little bit more creative, man. He has to. And you got to stop running Allen up the middle. You're going to kill him, man. So that's what I want to see, guys, in this game, man. I've been on for quite a bit, guys. I'm going to get off, but I will tell you this. Just a quick heads up, everybody. Tomorrow, I will be on Tailgate Talk on #sports at 7:30. This Saturday, the AFC East Shakedown, I'm going to be on late. 9 o'clock. If you guys can't make it, just watch the recap, but it's only going to be me and Captain D. Unfortunately, Trevor and Juan cannot make it. They got family coming in, and also Saturday they have their game on. So they're definitely not making it. The following week, I will be on Trevor and Juan's show Saturday on their channel, the AFC East Shakedown. Will be on Sports Dynasty Podcast. I'll remind you guys next week on Thursday's show where to go. I'll have a link, all that crap. But that's where I'll be. So, guys, Sports Dynasty Podcast next Saturday, because we're going to be going over, obviously, the Patriot game. And Friday's show as well. They're going to be on hashtags next Friday. So, anyways, guys, that's all I have for you guys, man. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. And, you know, like I said, if I have one more thing to say to you guys, don't be a Debbie Downer. That's it, man. Believe in this team, man. And I get your frustration, but it ain't over. And hey, Bills Mafia, #1. Oh, and real quick. To the hater, the guy you guys don't know, but he commented on my channel saying I curse too much. And I say, a lot, and whatever the hell he said. Yeah, whatever, dude. There's, you can go anywhere you want. Fuck, shit, asshole, jerk, fucking off, fucking scumbag, piece of shit. Go fuck yourself. Bills Mafia #1, and I'm out of this bitch. Peace!
God bless America and God bless Ric Flair. Go for it. Woo! Styling and profiling. Woo! 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 I've lost it. I've lost reality. And when I lose reality, somebody else pays the price of a lifetime. Woo! 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 Woo!